Hello friends, welcome to or back to my channel. My name's Haley and today we're going to be doing a book haul. Stop talking.
It's a directional mic.
Yes, I did.
The whole video?
I hate it here. Why are you guys here? Go away.
I work here.
I'm eating.
No, I always have to take a second after I do the intro and make sure I breathe because sometimes I forget to breathe and then I'm like 30 seconds in and I'm like and I sound stupid.
That's fair.
So today we are going to be doing my quarterly book haul from the last quarter of 2024. So these are going to be all the books that I hauled from October to December. Some of these were gifts, very few. Most of these I bought with my own money. But we are going to go through, I'm going to do it in categories like I have done in the past. So I'm going to start with book of the month and we'll just work our way through. So for book of the month books, I purchased at a store and not through my subscription. I got Anna K Away, which is the second book in the Anna K series. I do already have the first one. I got Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, which this has been people's favorite book for a few years ago, like a few years in the past. It's kind of like a mystery action type book and it sounds really good and I'm just annoyed at myself that I haven't gotten to it yet, but I picked up the physical copy. I bought Gwen and Art Are Not in Love by Lex Croucher, which this one sounds really fun. It's basically like a King Arthur retelling and Arthur and Gwen, what's her name? Gwen, what is her name? Do you know? In King Arthur? Is her name Guinevere?
Guinevere?
Guinevere? Okay, the Peanut Gallery says Guinevere probably, so anywho, they're like betrothed, but both of them are gay and they do not want their other person, and so they both are like falling for other people, and I think they like kind of figure that out and they like help each other. Sounds really fun. Next, I got This Spells Love. I believe this is a bit of a magical realism witchy type book. I got The Inheritance of Orchidea Divina, and I can never remember what this book is about, but every time I read the description, I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna read that. And then in my actual book of the month box, I skipped October and December, and so these are the two books I got in November. I got Dirty Diana, which was like one of the actual picks, and this is just kind of a contemporary fiction about this woman, and I recently found out it's the first book in a trilogy, which is kind of annoying because I did not realize that when I picked it up, but nonetheless, here we are. And then I added on, I got Is She Really Going Out With Him by Sophie Cousins. This book sounds so cute. It's about this advice columnist or like some sort of columnist, and she's about to lose her job, and so she wants to do something to make it interesting, and so she goes on a bunch of different dates with kids that, not with kids, that is not, she goes on a bunch of different dates with people that her kids pick out for her, and it sounds really cute. So those are all of my book of the month books. The next category is romance, and this is my biggest category, which no surprise there. This is my most read genre, even though I probably a few years ago would have said that's not my main genre. It is. So the first one I got is a ladies, what is this called? A Lady's Formula for Love, and this is kind of set in like Regency England, and this is about a woman who has a secret society for female scientists. Sounds really fun. I think it's a series, but this is the first one. I also picked up Business Casual by B.K. Borison. This is the fourth and final book in the Love Light Farms series, and I do have the other one, so just rounded out that series. Haven't started yet, but I will read those. I picked up Like Other Girls, and this is about a girl who joins the football team and after fighting on the basketball team, and then her crush also I think joins the football team, and so it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. I picked up Happy Medium by Sarah Adler, and I'm not quite sure what this is about. I think this is a spooky season read, but one of my friends read it this year and gave 5 stars and really loved it, so I picked it up. I picked up Felix Ever After, which this is about Felix, our main character. He is trans and he is just having a rough go of it, and it's kind of what I think is like kind of a coming of age, like finding himself, finding a relationship, like learning to be happy kind of story. Next, I have Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, and I'd never really seen this book before, and then I saw it at the thrift store. So it's about this these two ladies, and they are working at this company, and because of the company they work out, all of their emails get monitored, but they don't really care. And then the guy who is in charge of reading the emails to monitor them, he starts to like fall for one of the girls that is sending the emails, but he doesn't actually know her. He just like knows her through the emails. So that sounds kind of fun. Next, we have The Do-Over by Lynn Painter, and I actually already read this one, but I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It's kind of like a Groundhog Day situation where our main character, Emily, is reliving, not Groundhog Day, she's reliving Valentine's Day over and over until she can get it right, and this was so cute, and I loved it, and so I wanted a copy for my shelves. The next book that I picked up is Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I have been on a bit of a Christina Lauren kick this past year. I read quite a few books of theirs, so I was super excited to find this one at the dollar store for literally $1.25. Next, I picked up My Roommate is a Vampire, which their roommate is a vampire. I don't know what else you want me to say. This one sounds really fun, and ever since I read Bride, I've been wanting to read more books with like vampire werewolf-esque characters, so really looking forward to this one. And now this one is also a series, but I only have the first one so far. Oh, here are the other 2 books in the Love Light Farms series. We have Mixed Signals and In the Weeds. Each one of these books is for like a different season. So Love Light Farms is the first one, and it's winter, and then we have our spring and summer ones, and then the Business Casual is the fall one. And then we have The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson, and this is a werewolf situation. So again, ever since I read Bride, I wanted more, so I picked up one of each, a vampire and a werewolf. I got Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, and this is about 2 people that work in the wedding industry and their exes, and they have to work together on the same wedding, and I think they kind of second chance fall back in love. And then The Resurrection of Wildflowers. This is the second book in a duology, and I believe the first book is about kind of like a age gap nanny romance. I know it's definitely an age gap, but I'm not sure. But those are all of my romance books, quite a few of those. Next, we'll do contemporary. So I just have 2 here. So this one is called Heart to Heart, and this is about a heart transplant situation. This one I'm borrowing from my friend to read in a video later on. And then I also bought The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. I have read this book, but this is just a beautiful, wonderful, short book. And this is a great book to lend to people, so I wanted to have a copy of this since I read it on my Kindle. And then another small category. I also picked up one nonfiction book. I picked up Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I've seen definitely a lot of mixed things about her writing and just her wisdom, but I am interested to check it out for myself, and I found that one at Goodwill for $1, so I got it. The next category is historical, and so I have a few here. So this one is called Distant Waves, and this is about the Titanic. I read this in middle school, and I'm again reading this for a video coming up, so that's why I snagged that one. I got Liberty, which is another historical novel, and I don't really remember what it's about. I really remember liking the sound of it when I read it. It says, this historical novel, a magical novel, a familial novel, what? Okay, I'm not gonna read that. I don't even know what that word is, but this is the word. It says, no, I literally can't read it.
Are you dumb?
Yeah. Then I got Last Night at the Telegraph Club. Oh my gosh, I've been looking for a hard copy book of this to thrift for literally like 2 years. And I finally, so I ordered one on Thrift Books, and then it came and it was library bound, and I swear it did not say that anywhere when I was ordering it. So then I was kind of pissed, and I just got rid of that one, and then I finally found it. So I have my hard copy cover of Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I also already read this book, but that's besides the point. And then I got The Blackbird Girls from Thrift Books as well. Again, library bound. Did not say that when I was ordering it, I swear. But this is about 2 girls in the wreckage of Chernobyl and their friendship. And this was for my work book club in December. I did not read it, but that's okay. What? What did I say?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
What is it?
Chernobyl.
It's not about Cher?
No, it's not about Cher.
Chernobyl.
Whatever.
Chernobyl.
They're
They're sharing that noble. I tell you.
Yes, I mean.
Can we share?
I hope they can hear this. I hope this is all in there. Okay, the next category is thriller and mystery. So I got, whoa, jeez. I got Lisa Jules, The Night She Disappeared. This one sounds good. I remember when it came out, I was like interested, but not interested enough to pay full price. So here we go. I got My Darkest Prayer by S.A. Cosby. Again, his books sound so good. They're kind of like, how I've heard them pitched is like action movies in a book. Everyone loves them. I got Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This is kind of like the OG psychological thriller from what I understand. And I think it's just about this like married couple and what happens behind closed doors. Next, I got Everyone on This Train is a Suspect. I've already read this. Really good, really fun series. I got also, to follow that up, Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret. I did not get around to reading this Christmas, so maybe next time. But got these guys. And then I got The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. Again, actually, I don't think I said this, but I want to kind of start making some like sports related vlogs, like in books and sports. I did say that. Maybe. Anyways, I got this one. This one's like a thriller. I think like some cheerleaders like in this town died and then like they haven't had cheerleaders since or something. And there's also a second book called The Champions that comes with this. So those are my mystery thrillers. And then the last category, which is by far the largest category, and this is so unprecedented, but also kind of not, is fantasy. And I'm not a fantasy girly, but a lot of this fantasy is Rick Riordan type fantasy, which is something that I love. So let's just go through it. Okay, so first I was at Barnes & Noble and I saw that okay, pause. So Rick Riordan came out with his new Percy Jackson series, the Senior Year Chronicles, I think is what they're called. The Senior Year Adventures, sorry. And they put these two books out and they looked like this and they were hardcover and they had these spines which matched the third set of covers that they put out for Percy Jackson, but those books were only in paperback and these books were only in hardback. And so at first I refused to buy them. But one day I was in Barnes & Noble and I saw that they made them in hardback. And so I bought these two for myself. So I got those two senior year books. And then for Christmas, my sister got me the hardbacks. So they go together so nicely. All the covers kind of match. So that is a huge haul right there. I have read all of these. I posted a vlog of me reading these if you want to check it out. Then next, and continuing on with the Rick Riordan, I also thrifted 3 of the original cover books so that I could have a full set of the original cover books. I did have the Sea of Monsters, but it's literally falling apart, like pages are falling out. So I got a new one of those. So we got 3 of those. So now I have the newest set of covers in hardback, and I have the old covers in paperback. Nice 2 little sets. And then also for Rick Riordan, I did end up thrifting the hardback of the Kane Chronicles. These 3, I have them in paperback, but I really kind of wanted to get all of his series in hardback since I have most of my other ones in hardback. So I did thrift these over winter break. That's not the correct order, but I thrifted all of these guys. Next, I picked up these books from the Disney Villains series. I haven't actually read any of these quite yet, but I have been collecting them when I see them. They're usually like $3 to like $7 each, and there's like 10 of these guys. I really do love the Twisted Tale books. I've read a bunch of those, but those aren't usually really following like the villain, or like the villain is still the villain. And I think kind of these books is to like show why they're the villain, or like kind of, I don't know, a different take on that. So I got the Cruella de Vil and Hercules one. I picked up Cinder because this is a book that I've always been curious about, and I think this is maybe a little bit more sci-fi than fantasy, but I don't really know. I picked up the original cover because I love thrifting books, and then I thought like, okay, if I love this series, that'll be a fun thing to like look for and thrift is the original covers of these books. So I picked up the first one, which is Cinder. I picked up the Christmas novella for Carvel called Spectacular, which I also did not get around to, unfortunately, but this one was, I'm very excited. It's so pretty and so cute, and I do love Carvel, so hopefully I'll get around to this next year. Also, they did put out a set of covers that was all like they all matched spectacular, like the whole set, and they were very cute and I loved them, but I did not want to pay that because I already have the other covers. I also picked up a copy of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe because this is something else my school book club is going to read, the other teachers, and hopefully I can get to this one. I mean, obviously it's award-winning, a great book. I've heard a lot about it, so hopefully I can get to this one. And then, oh, I did go ahead, I'll just include this, it's not for me. I did get a copy of Reckless for my mom because I got her Powerless for Christmas and she was enjoying it, and then I saw that 50% off, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I probably will end up with those back in my possession at some point in time because she doesn't keep a lot of books, but I have not read either of those. And then the best for last, I thrifted this beautiful box set of the ACOTAR books for $10, and they're genuinely like brand new. They're in such good condition. I was taking them out of the box because I was like a little hesitant. I was like, this is crazy, why is this at Goodwill? But yep, they look perfect. I am currently reading this series. I'm on the second book. Haven't made a lot of progress, but yeah. So that is my book haul for the fourth quarter of the year. I'm hoping, honestly, in this new year that I'm not buying as many books, so I don't think these book hauls will be as extensive going forward, but I will still do them for you guys. Hopefully they're just a little bit less insane. Right now my physical TBR is over 300 books, so I'm definitely trying to slow down the buying and pick up on the reading. But thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this one, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Love you.